Yeah, so no, it's good to have you on.
Yeah,
Finally, shout out Maffluent. I'll tell people all about that.
thank you. I appreciate
Um, I just wanted to know what is your investor story like and your journey with SPA? What has it been like?
it. So I would say before the pandemic, I wasn't really getting any insight into the market. Like I was just generally using something called Nutmeg. So
Okay, yeah,
you
I know it.
just put money in, it will like it does everything for you. And then I think after the pandemic, I just had more time to read and stuff, and so I became a bit more hands-on. I would generally read papers and stuff. And I felt comfortable picking stocks for myself. Um, so like even though something like BA doesn't pay dividends, I know that their stock has plummeted. And so I was like, actually, I think if they make a comeback after the pandemic, if you put some money in, I think you can easily see it go up significantly. So based on
Okay.
when I put money in, like it's gone up 40% already. And I think like it can easily go up more than that. And so I think I'm comfortable making certain decisions for myself. Like I chose AstraZeneca for myself. But at a point as well, I realized I just don't have enough time to read through a lot of things.
Hmm.
Um, and so I
You and
slowed
me
down.
both.
Pardon?
You and me both.
Yeah, so
I don't have time.
I slowed down on investing. And that's where I think Stock Pickers Academy is helpful because a lot of the time where I don't have the time to go around and read certain things. I think the last time I picked up the Financial Times was on my flight the other day, and had a read, but I haven't picked it up since, which is bad. But
You
yeah,
know, no, it's not this. Do you know the last time I picked up the Financial Times was maybe about 5 months ago to record content on TikTok.
and that's so awful.
But do you know what? Do you know what I actually use?
What?
I use Finimize.
Okay.
Have you heard of them?
I've heard of them, but I've never used it.
Yeah, it's like your Instagram or TikTok, but for financial news.
Okay, I'll have a look. Isn't so it's an app, right? Or is it a
Yeah, it's
website?
called Finimize. They're actually our partners
Yeah, I'll have
because
a look.
their head of content I used to work with at Goldman Sachs back in the day.
Mm.
So he's actually been part of the SPA WhatsApp before
Oh,
joining Finimize. So it was on the back of that he saw firsthand what the community was doing. Like it just made
uh,
sense for us to have a partnership.
yeah.
So they basically do everything that I don't
Okay.
want to do.
Yeah.
Commercial awareness. And what I like most about them is they break it down simply. Sometimes
Mm.
I look at some of the stuff that they put out and it's like, wow, I've only heard this thing explained the complex way, and I've had to understand it the complex way.
Yeah.
But the way they broke it down, anyone can understand it, whether
Mm.
that's inflation, whether that's investing, whether that's, and they have a lot of events. It is £40 for the year, which is
Mm.
really, really cheap for the value they deliver because they get me on. They've had me on before to do a session on ETFs. They have lots of events on Eventbrite where they bring in
Okay.
experts, yeah, to have Zoom sessions on everything from property, crypto, stocks. Um, I think even venture capital, so supporting businesses as well. Uh,
Mm.
and yeah, so it's literally you go on Finimize. I've got a discount code. I do have a
Okay,
discount
cool.
code. That's how the partnership works. But
Fair.
I literally tell my clients, if you're gonna do nothing with stock pickers, get a Finimize at the
Oh.
bare minimum. Their newsletter alone every day will tell you the top three things that happened in
Mm.
markets on the day and why it's important
Fair.
and what it means in layman's terms.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant. So yeah, that's a plug for them. And I don't
A
really
lot of
plug
things.
people,
Yeah.
but yeah, Finimize, I think, is the best way to get started.
Okay,
And
cool.
obviously use the SPA discount code because you get it works out to something like you get 34% off. It works out to something like £40 for the year, which is
Yeah.
about uh £3 a month.
Cool.
Yeah. So
I'm down for
definitely,
that.
yeah. I'll send you the link.
Cool. Um,
Financial Times is like a bit. Sometimes it's one day late,
Oh,
Yeah,
fair. I
because
mean, it's written, it's publishing, right?
mm, mm, mm.
So fair. So that makes sense. And then I think the other things that I use are like I read Motley Fool. I think you can I think Yahoo Finance or something, like you can pick certain stocks and then they just send you information about that stuff. So like
Yeah,
there's different places I've been pulling information from. But yeah, I think the last year or so was just so busy that I haven't really had much time for investing. And so last year was more about investing in um I don't know if I don't know if I call them startups, but yeah, like just investing in a slightly different way, not in markets.
okay.
So I invested in two companies last year. So I put some money into Rooker Hair.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of
Yeah.
people did. Even so, one thing I do with my community is number one, I make sure that people that do have capital have the education.
Mm,
So I send them to Andy AM's Angel Investing School. Shout out Andy. So they got the education. And then the due diligence when it comes down to actually investing is done through the group as well. Because
mm.
they're experienced angel investors, they're beginner angel investors. So we will actually do the due diligence. And I know the founder of Rocker here. So
Oh.
yeah, so I know a lot of people who did invest through SPA into it. The discussions were had. I think Storia was another one, which is like a journaling app. Vitae
Mm,
London back in the day,
yeah.
BYP, um, Afrocentric. There've been quite a lot of successful businesses that have come through the group.
Mm,
Um, and it's also my duty to let people know that angel investing is the most risky form of investing.
yeah.
It's worse than penny stocks. It hasn't
Mm,
even reached the market, right?
yeah.
So part of what I do is to make sure people do it the right way. So
Yeah.
for example, I would know what percentage of your savings you should allocate to that type of investing.
Yeah.
Um, and as much as it's the most risky form, it can also be the most lucrative.
Rewarding.
But
Yeah.
you have to be sometimes careful that the 10K or the 5K or the 1K that you're investing is not too small of a percentage such that um you
In the
actually
long
do,
term.
yeah, you want to know that if Rucker here does 10x or 20x or whatever, you are actually getting 20x. It could be
Yeah.
that they have a series of funding rounds such that
Mm,
you make a profit, but
dilute.
you don't actually make the 20x. You
Yeah.
might make 2x when the company has done 10x. So it's
Mm,
just making sure that even if people are making the right investments, they're doing it in the right way and they actually
mm.
understand what they are doing before they do it. Because funnily enough, investing in startups sounds cool. And it's
Yeah.
one of the things that a lot of people like they get gas, like, whoa, I am now owning a share of this company without actually really understanding the risk reward profile of what they're
Yeah.
doing. But I'm happy that you have gone in that direction as well.
Yeah.
I do encourage a lot of people to at least allocate some small form of their investing capital. And your
Mm,
investing capital is like a portion of your savings. And your
mm.
savings, of course, is a portion of your income built up over time.
Yeah.
So at each step along the way, you are making sure that you're cautious, you're using good risk management, and more importantly, and the thing that I do is to
Mm,
help people make good decisions
mm,
and make their decisions as informed as possible.
mm.
So I hear what you said about British Airways and having a lot of time to do a lot of research. But I'm actually wondering if you've actually seen the SPA watchlist before, or if you know that it actually exists.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a sneak preview,
Okay.
so you do know what it looks like and stuff. But on the SPA course, I basically teach you how to use the SPA watchlist to build and the alerts to build a long-term investing portfolio that's tailored
Okay.
to you and your lifestyle, rather than sit there and teach you all this super technical aspects of stocks.
Mm.
A bit like teaching you how to drive rather than teaching you how to be a mechanic.
Okay.
yeah, or teaching you how to DJ rather than lecturing you on how to become a producer,
Mm.
right? And that's the practical side of investing. So let me show you the watch list. I've got it up. So back in the day, SPA, we just had like a Hargreaves Lansdown watch list or a Google watch
Yeah.
list. And it's actually better to have something like this, which is it's not actually a watch list, it's actually a stock screener, right? So at the top, we've got like the main cryptos because we're not just stocks, we're everything.
Yeah.
But with crypto, I think everyone should know what Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum are doing. Even
And
if
then
you're not
how do you get
investing,
access to the watch list?
so the watch list is £20 a month
Okay,
access to the
cool,
watch
cool.
list. Um,
Can
but
you send me the link
yeah,
for
yeah,
that
I'll
anyway?
send you, I'll definitely send you all of that. Um, so it's got a lot of fields in here. Let's say
Mm.
your friend tells you that um you should go and buy Tesla, and
Yeah,
Tesla
one
wasn't
of
on
my
the
friends
watch
always
list.
likes to tell me that.
Exactly, exactly. And this is a common thing. What we do at SPA is this watch list used to be maybe 40 names before lockdown, and it's
Mm.
now over 1,000. So I would just put in the ticker for Tesla down here, type in enter, and then all the fields down here will populate with all the things I like to look at.
Okay.
And then I will put in a target entry price. So, for example, Tesla right now is nearly at 300.
Mm.
You can just type in Tesla stock price on Google to see that. I might look at the 1 year, the 5 year, the
Mm.
max. Um, I might say
You
the
want
only
somewhere near
time,
that dip, yeah.
yeah, the only time it makes sense to invest in Tesla based on what I'm seeing here is at this like 150 level.
Yeah.
Now that might look crazy, like how is it ever going to get back down to
Yeah.
150? We're talking about down here. But what I'm saying to you is I am a cautious person. You should be
Mm.
too. When you're investing in individual stocks, you have to be a cautious person, right?
Mm.
So on the back of that, I might put in 150 here
Okay.
as a target entry price. Now, this is a real-time watch list,
Mm.
right? And I also put in 290. That was the price um of Tesla on the day we added it to the watch list.
Yeah.
So there's other things I've thought of before doing the 150. This is just like really super quick off the cuff.
Yeah.
It could be that when Tesla actually starts falling towards 150, I actually end up buying at 100,
Fair
depending on
enough.
what the
Yeah.
catalyst is.
What's the trend? What the
But
trend is? Yeah.
yeah, but that's more about trying to optimize. 150 is still
Yeah.
fine, right?
We're
Because another
saying
thing
once
we
it starts heading in that direction is
exactly,
that's ideally where I want to buy at.
exactly. And we're looking to maybe try and double our money.
Okay.
Now, if the price, I'm going to input it manually here. If this is a real-time price, by the way.
Yeah.
So this column here, the prices will move intraday.
Yeah.
Um, so if the price, I'm going to override it here, did
Yeah.
drop to like 149,
Mm-hmm.
for example, on the day,
Yeah.
what will happen is it's a bit slow to update, but this will turn green and
Okay.
will say buy alert
Okay, cool.
automatically, right?
Mm.
And there are ways um to actually use the watch list and filter
For
for
the
alerts.
that column, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can see
So you
buy
wake up,
alerts.
yeah, it might be the start of a morning. What the start,
Yep.
yeah, it might be start of the day and you might see what's on a buy alert.
So this shows all the buy alerts.
Okay.
So yeah, part of the course is teaching people how to use the watch list.
Okay, cool. Who is inputting into the watch list?
Only me.
Okay, yeah, there we go. That's fine then, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the only person that
That can
updates
edit the
this,
watch list. Yeah.
that can edit, right? There are
Yeah.
some other people's watch lists here that they've shared with me to put onto this.
Mm.
But generally this is the go-to.
Yeah.
And it's not only that,
Don't
just
forget to
because
change the
something
Tesla thing back.
No, I'll do that later. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, I'll do that later. Do you know what? Thank you. I'll
Before
do it
someone
now.
tells you that I bought Tesla because of you.
Nah, nah, because the golden rule of Spa is you never
This is not
hit the
financial
buy button.
advice.
Exactly. Plus, you never buy anything without telling me. So even after you've done the course, e- I've got the mentoring club, which is £20 a month, and it comes with this free as well with that package.
Oh, okay. So that's
Yeah,
so
but
then, yeah, that makes
that's
sense.
only that's only for people who've done the course.
Oh, okay, I get it.
So I'll show you the groups actually.
Oh, I
Because
can't
I
see the groups because I have to go. I'm supposed to be going for
no no
lunch.
I'll show you oh oh you mean time wise?
Yeah,
Okay.
unless we do a follow-up call because I said I'd probably be done by like 1:20.
No, that's fine, that's fine. But basically, the groups are just on Telegram. There's a paid group which is more like the classroom for people who've done the course. And the main group is obviously the main group.
Mm,
And the WhatsApp group is like the network. That one's £50 a month. But most
mm.
people do the course and then be in the classroom group. We meet up once a month. Um, and yeah, basically what it is showing people how to create a long-term portfolio with these alerts.
Sorry, that cut out a long-term portfolio with.
The buy alert style on the watch list because
Okay.
there are going to be loads of buy alerts. But how do you choose 5 buy alerts from 200?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
more about tailoring that decision to yourself. And then once you do get a buy alert, how much size should you invest? And
Mm,
what's your strategy for the buy alert? Because you're not, let's say you have 5K and I tell you it's
mm,
£1,000 per alert. You're
mm,
not going to spend all the 1,000 in one go. You might spend
mm.
300 or 200 or
Because
500.
it might be on a downward trend, so you
So
might buy
that
a bit more.
that's the execution strategy.
Okay, cool.
So that's what I'll also teach you in like session 4 of the course or whatever.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. So most people, what they do is they will screenshot their their from their investment blotter that I created for them, put it in the paid group, and then I will either tweak it before they go off to buy. But it's still
Okay.
going to be their stock. Like I will never tell them what to buy or what to sell.
Yeah. It has to be your
But
decision
we're
at the end
all
of the
going to
day.
be using the same decision making process. We're all going to be looking at the same watch list and we're all going
Mm,
to be using the same sheets, private sheets. Everyone gets like a private portfolio sheet
mm,
personalized to you and your portfolio with all your strategies.
yeah. Okay. So before I go off camera stuff, but
Mhm.
uh